Aloha! State of Mind Podcast. And I believe we are live. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Am
hear
I
you.
the only one? Oh, I was like, dang. I was like, oh, we finally got a good one connection, and then I screwed up again. Anyways, welcome to Aloha State of Mind Podcast. It's me, Marc Eazy.
And this is DJ Free.
Yep, on this Tuesday night, every single Tuesday night, we go live on YouTube, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard, that's West Coast, and 7 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time for all you in the 808 state, Shaka Brothers and Sisters, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Tonight, we have no guests because we just been busy living life, so we didn't have time to line up anything. So we're just going to sit here, talk story with you guys out there. If you jump in the chat room. Feel free to ask us any kinds of questions. We're just gonna go shoot the ish, I should say. I don't want to say the S word too early in the podcast. Might have some maybe underage listeners. I don't know.
Hey,
So
who knows?
we'll keep it at that. We'll keep it PG for now.
So yeah, dude, there's a lot of things going on social media today, and like this
Right.
past couple of week, like this past week, it's so weird, man. Like people just gravitate to the weirdest things.
Right.
So I
Anything
mean,
in general?
at one point it was about the bottle flipping thing.
Right.
Another point
Right.
where like TikTok, all these girls doing like weird dances and everything. Dude, there's this
Mm-hmm.
girl on TikTok now that her name is Charlie D'Amelio or something like that, and she has over 25 million followers. Like everybody,
Dang.
yeah, everybody's doing her dances. Like she is the TikTok like superstar.
What
And
exactly is like? Not, forgive my ignorance, but what exactly is TikTok? I know
dude,
it's
you're
like some kind of like a Vine. I don't know. I know it's like some kind of thing where they do dance, but what exactly is it?
like you got you man. You're asking the wrong dude. I'm 45 years old. I need
You're
to be
talking
like
about it, so I figured you'd
I
have
need to
some
be
kind of knowledge on it.
well. Only because like I went on there just to see because my roommate he
Hmm.
uh he goes on there and just laughs his ass off. So I'm like, what the hell's he laughing at? And he's like, 40.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like, it's like little clips of people singing along and dancing, like making up little
Uh.
dances to songs. And
Okay.
it's kind of like musically.
Right.
But like, I look at some of these people, like, a lot of them are like 15 years old, 12 years old, and so
Right.
young kids, cheerleaders and basketball players and all that. And then
Right.
like the 40-year-olds that still think that they're 20. Ugh,
Yeah.
like it's like, oh my god, come on, ladies. Um, but at the same time, don't get me wrong, they're models, so they're
Hmm.
still pretty and they still got a nice body. But you can tell they're old. So it's like stick to
Yeah.
Instagram, stick to you know.
Yeah. The more grown up type social media platforms. I feel kind of weird jumping on TikTok, but maybe we'll do it as a spoof one day. We'll just do a spoof TikTok or something. I don't know. But we gotta say what's up to Cheryl Gwen in the chat room. Also, Mitch Palooza locking it in right here. Lost State of Mind podcast. What's up, guys and girls? I should say. I don't want to be sexist or racist or whatever you call it. Genderist. I don't know
Right?
what you call it.
I don't know. Cheryl Gwen though, I don't know who that is.
I don't know either. I'm pretty sure if she's listening in, she will tell us who she is. So
Right?
that shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that TikTok thing I said we should do something like a spoof. Maybe we'll do one day. You see these I don't know. It's supposed to be for kids, I guess, right? You said it's a
Well, I
kid
mean,
thing or a
it's like
millennial thing.
it's kind of like when Snapchat came out, all the kids gravitated towards that because they got to do
Mhm.
like little videos. It's the same thing. It's the new
It's
Snapchat
just
basically. Um,
gotcha.
but yeah, like I feel weird, dude. Like I'm on there just to see what's going on because
Mhm.
unless you know the enemy, you can't defeat the enemy. So so
True
all these
that,
kids,
true that.
like especially like when I go to your house, we got like we got Nana and Jazzy, watching videos on YouTube all the time.
Right.
And then you also got Punk that comes over, and he's like 12 years old, so he's right in there in the pocket. So I want to talk to him, but what am I going to talk to him? Oh yeah, that Monica Lewinsky scandal. No, you can't.
True.
They don't know that, so I gotta try to connect with the family, and the only way I could do that is by
Ooh,
yeah.
you got
So what
squeezed.
do you mean I got squeezed? I squeezed them. I don't know
I
what
don't know.
happened.
Your picture got squeezed on the thing. I don't know why. I clicked something and you got squeezed. So we'll see if I
It's
can fix it
okay.
real quick. There we
Nah,
go.
they won't.
But
Nobody wants
anyways,
make me
speaking of
smaller.
all that, speaking of all
Make
that
me
social media craze challenge, what's up with this broom thing? My wife was talking about it yesterday, and it was some kind of like big thing. People were standing up brooms or something. Like I don't even know what's going on. Some kind of phenomenon. She's like, "You're on social media. You didn't see anything," and like I was totally oblivious to it. I think it happened when yesterday or something. Like people were posting it all
Yeah.
day long, and I'm like, I didn't even see one thing about it. So I was
Well,
in the dark about this thing.
so okay, like again, TikTok and Snapchat and everybody's doing this broom standing thing, and it's because they said that yesterday was like the most heaviest gravitational pull, um, I guess, of the year. So you can stand up
Right.
your brooms, and then NASA came out, like actual NASA rocket scientists came out and said, yeah, it's all BS. You can do that every single day. Like it doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah, I pulled
Um,
up this thing. Let me just see. I pulled it up on here. It
there
says
you
the
go.
broom challenge took the internet by storm as videos flooded social media with people standing up their broomsticks on the bristles. The reason? A fake claim spread on social media that NASA said it would only work on a specific date, February 10th. From news anchors to celebrity, everyone seems to be trying it out and posting photos. One day a year, yeah. So I guess they said something about the gravitational pull and the vernal equinox, but that doesn't actually happen till March 19th. So I guess there's
Right.
like a
So
lot of
again,
celebrities. Yeah.
social media, right? Like all it takes is one person to say, "Yo, yeah, it's true," and then 3,000 other people say it's true, and then
Why does it
300,000,
keep snapping slow?
30 million. So,
Right.
but yeah, NASA came out and said you can do that every day. The low center of gravity on your broom is at the bottom. Excuse me,
Mm.
I'm gonna be called this whole time. Um,
It's all right.
but also the bristles on the broom create a lot of touch points. So it's just like those people that stack rocks on top of each other.
Right.
Sooner or later, you're gonna get it. You know what I mean? Sooner or later, you're gonna find that one sweet spot where it can stand. So yeah, NASA was like, yeah, I don't know what people are going crazy for. So
Uh,
yeah,
Here's like a. I'm putting it up on our screen share right here. I got the browser. Something of like Paula Abdul doing some kind of dance. Let me see if I can get this up here with this play. I don't
dude,
know
you
if
knew
I'm gonna
who
get
the
flagged from
originator of
YouTube.
that was?
What?
You knew the
Ooh,
originator of that broom standing thing?
yeah.
It was Turbo from Breaking.
Oh yeah.
There. So that's, I'm like, oh my god, they're still
Yeah.
doing
Look
that
at
like
Paula.
30, 40 years later. Oh, look at Paula go off.
Yeah,
Is that
she did
Paula?
her thing. Yeah, Paula Abdul room challenge. So then you got somebody over here with like a Roomba, those round brooms.
Just stand on its side. See,
Yeah.
easy,
So
yeah? Look good. Easy. So
I guess
it's
that's
kind of
what it
like
was.
that.
Like,
Yeah, it's like that bottle flipping. Like people are going crazy over bottle flipping. I mean, it's
right.
stupid. But then again,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
crazy.
it's fun. Now the whole global atmosphere can do it. So
Right.
I mean, it's fun to be part of something, I guess. Especially when it doesn't cost you any money. Everybody's got a broom in their house.
Right. I
Right.
guess that was a good. I guess that was a cool thing. I guess for a second that'll be like gone now. They say they only can do it one day out of the year, so
Right?
maybe people will do it traditionally from now on.
What
Let's
February
see.
10th.
Yeah, let's
Even though it's
see.
actually
Let's
supposed to be
let's go here
so,
and let's try and educate the Let's see if I can get this. Uh, educate these youngins about where this thing originally. This is where it originally came from. Let me see. We'll pull up the turbo.
Originally?
Yeah, we'll pull up the turbo and let people see
Yeah,
this
dude,
one right
turbo,
here.
What we decide on the flyers again?
breaking or whatever. So yeah, Stephanie and Mitch, did you guys do the broom standing thing today or yesterday? Let us know.
Yeah.
So
I hate this thing. Oh,
yeah,
there you go. I'm pulling it up right now. This
It's the recognition of my peers.
dude. So little story about today. I was doing some errands and I had a meeting, and like I don't know if you know this, but the reason why I have a scratchy throat and everything, I'm coughing, is because I have a sinus infection, and
Mhm.
it's one of those like literally it messes with your equilibrium. So while I'm driving today, this is kind of scary though. I mean, I was almost home, but while I'm driving, I can feel myself like kind of leaning because my
Mhm.
equilibrium was put me that way. So I just got home just in time to just get out of my car and go into the house and lay down. Marc, like when I went to his house a couple of weeks ago, same thing happened, and like he can attest to this. But I was literally out out on his floor. So yeah, man, today was a bad day. All right, here we go. Is this the video?
Yeah, I had it up for a while. I think you got a delay on yours, but it says we're getting some kind of lapse on this YouTube. YouTube is not reading enough video maintain. I guess we got excellent connection again. So YouTube's acting
Okay.
up, but here we go. Let me rock this for a second. I'll let you know when it's done. Well, let's not watch the whole thing. Let's get to the broom part where he stands it up. Here we go. I'll fast forward it before we get flagged. There we go.
There it is.
Anyways, before we get flagged for
Right.
uh copyright infringement or whatever by playing music on YouTube, I better stop that. But
Right.
yeah, if anybody knows future what the name of that song was on that piece right there, hit it up in the chat room and I'll give you props. We ain't got no prizes, but anybody know what that song was? I know what it is, but
Dang.
I play it all the time.
Okay, okay. I couldn't hear it on this side. So go ahead and hum it for me.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. That's the only part I know.
Wasn't it Kraftwerk? Or no?
Right, Kraftwerk, correct. That is the artist. I don't know. Your stream is coming in very choppy. I don't know if it's your internet, but you're very blurry to me. But that's all right. Maybe maybe I'm just drunk and I don't know it.
I mean, well, when the video started, yeah, it got kind of fuzzy. So.
Yeah, but it was by Kraftwerk. You
Oh,
know the
see,
name of
at
the
least I
song?
got. No, I have no idea.
It has to do with a one of the biggest bicycle races.
Oh, Tour de France.
Well, yeah, that's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the name of
sweet.
it.
Dude,
But
we should be
anyways,
on Damn, dude. We would kill it. I'm just saying.
maybe one day. Maybe one day.
I mean, honestly,
We'll just put it out there in the atmosphere, like the secret, like Mariner told us to do last week.
honestly, no, not that many people would have known Kraftwerks,
No.
and then Tour de France. Jeez. You know
Yeah.
what? That's funny. So Mitch is in the chat room. He's like, I would have been more impressed if someone stood the broom up upside down. I would be totally impressed. You know, the funny thing is, like during the video of Turbo,
Yeah.
like you can actually see the Suji string. You know, like
Yeah.
the you can see it. Yeah, and that's
The
another
fishing
reason why I used to
line.
like the fishing line, right? But yeah, nobody knows what Suji is. Um, uh, see, back in the days when Break In and Beat Street came out, a lot of people in Hawaii used to love Break In because it's the California style. Dude, I used to love Beat Street because it was more
Aloha.
realistic. It was more urban, you know, like New York style. Like you didn't see any magic in Beach Street. You know what I mean? Um,
Right.
yeah, it is. So when Breaking came out and it was, oh yeah, dude, Turbo and Ozone are the best. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like Crazy Legs and the rest of the Rock City crew, those guys are the best. But yeah, I was more a
Yeah,
Beach
Beach
Street
Street.
guy. Were
Yeah,
you a
Beach
Beach
Street was
Street
by
or a Break?
miles. Yeah, I was more Beach
Yeah,
Street. You know, New York City breakers and the whole graffiti, and it's more realistic. Like
everybody, whoa,
yeah, everything was kind of Hollywoodized with breaking
right? But I
more
gotta
than
admit
street.
though, Breaking brought in a whole new generation, especially to Hawaii, of
Mm,
fashion in Hawaii.
mm,
Everybody's wearing Ozone's feather clips on his ears
right.
that you can get at the EK Fernandez midway Rising Games.
Yeah,
So
the 50th State Fair.
right,
What
you
year
get
did
the
Breaking come out anyway? Must have been in the early
oh man, I
'80s,
don't
right?
know. Yeah, early, yeah, probably mid 80s. Um, but yeah, I remember like after that, everybody started wearing bandanas around their wrist, and like of course the Cavaricis, like red, black, and white, checkerboard. Everybody doing the man. I remember all of that, dude.
Let me look up Z Cavarici pants so people know what you talk about. Pants. No,
Cavaricis. I mean, I think everybody
I
knows
don't
that.
even know how to spell it.
Me
Let's
neither.
look at some images of some Z Cavarici pants. These are what it looked
Dude,
like
crush.
back in the day,
What was that?
80s. Now I'm trying to pull it up on the thing. I think you got a little bit delay because
Uh,
you're gonna see, man.
well,
This I don't
if
know.
you Google it, it should come up like IMDb, and it'll tell you what year it is.
No, I'm just looking up the pants to show people what the pants look like.
Oh, Z Cavarici. Okay.
Yeah, this is what
Dude,
they kind of
Jobber's
look
hat.
like.
Remember that? Like, you had the two flaps on the back.
Yeah, it's like a painter's cap they called it or something.
Right? Painter's cap.
Man, my
Everybody had
internet's
that
like really wanky tonight. But yeah, I guess these are the styles right here, with the little flaps and everything.
with a double flap. And if you got to pee, you got to take off like 16 buttons.
But why? That's the thing is why?
Why? What?
Why did it
Why?
have that flap? Why was it like that?
Because it's
On the
fashion.
and had a double belt or something. Some of them has a double belt. I'm looking.
Oh, yeah. I remember that too. Belt on
Damn,
top of belt.
that's some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And
let's
just
keep
think,
going
like,
to
back
Z
then,
Cavalry
that's like the hottest thing ever.
That's so crazy.
Dude, Mitch is going back in the day with Crush Groove. Damn. Remember Wild Style? There's another New York one. Was it New York?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Crush.
I think it was true. Yeah,
So Zeke,
all those old school.
like the generation just before the MC Hammer pants.
Yeah.
It had the baggy crotch area and then it tapered down. Where if you don't have Cavaricis, they just got baggy jeans. You got to fold over and roll up the bottom of your jeans.
I'm trying
Yep.
to look at this thing. I'm trying to look at their website. They have a website, Z Cavarici. But I wonder what they make
Still.
now. New releases. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Got
They
the
can make some
precursor to the
women's
Hammer pants.
clothing, I guess. I don't know if they make the old school stuff.
I get it.
But lookbook, I don't know.
I mean, that's where
Shop.
I'll go with it. I mean, women would wear the wasted pants. that's how you do it. So, dude, you were telling me about a story about earlier about what happened to your wife. What happened to your wife this week?
She just hit her head. Nothing major. We just had to check it out. We were like getting a new table. Nothing major, but yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
the
we just
reason why I
wanted to
was
check it out. I was gonna make sure.
yeah, well, the reason why I was concerned is because a couple years ago, my dad had a brain injury, and it didn't, I guess something hit his head. He didn't even know. Yeah. And uh, because there was no blood or anything, he just kind of like, I'll take a nap. And he had to go to hospital because he bruised his brain and it was swelling and
Oh
all that. And so that's why I was like, oh, is that what happened? And you're like, oh no, the skull is pretty hard. Um,
yeah,
so I mean, it's good that it's just a headache. She could take some leave. Yeah,
yeah,
you gotta keep an eye on that though, dude. Because my
yeah.
dad was okay for the first couple of days, and then
Right,
my brother had to bring it, had to call the medics and all that because he found my dad just chilling in the room, like kind of hard to breathe, kind of thing. I mean, it's scary, but keep an eye out on that. What are you
right.
looking up
I don't know.
now?
That's like 5 minutes ago. The lag is so crazy on this thing. I was done. I was looking at that maybe like five. That was a Zeke Every site, but now when you talk about it on the live stream, it's not gonna make sense because it's
Yeah.
gonna be like a blank screen. The lag is just crazy. So
Well,
when I
right
talk
now
about it, uh,
I'm looking at, I don't know, what is that Mozart looking dude?
okay, yeah,
Some
that's live right here. Okay, I'm gonna click on something. We're just experimenting tonight, so I'm gonna click on something and see when it changes for you. Okay, from the Mozart dude. Okay,
okay.
hold on. I'm gonna click it now, and you tell me when. Okay, I'm gonna click it right now.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. 13, 14, 15, 16 seconds. It changed over.
Dang.
It changed over to the Hawaii News New now. Hawaii News
Yeah,
Now.
yeah. I figured I just wanted to go to this site and just see what's popping since we don't live in actual Hawaii anymore. I just wanted to go over some of the things going on and see if we can find some interesting topics to talk about. So let's check this one out first. Chinatown merchant blames fear over coronavirus for drastic decline in business in Chinatown, I guess. Shop somewhere.
Well, I mean, let's be honest,
Business.
man. Like Hawaii, it's an import export state, so everything has to come in during shipping. It's not like they they get those Chinese stuff from locally sourced areas, so it's coming from China. So I mean, they got to be concerned. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah.
it's like you know, um, yeah, like especially in Hawaii, everything's got to be
Well,
shipped in.
well,
So
I think anything like if the coronavirus, obviously it started in China. I'm pretty sure every Chinatown in every single state is probably a little bit slow. Not just
right,
Hawaii. I'm sure, like, if it was like freaking, if it started in Hawaii, I'm sure everyone would stay away from anything Hawaiian. They wouldn't eat plate lunches. They wouldn't eat pineapples with pizza or nothing like that.
right, like oh, we have a coronavirus in the spam. Holy crap, dude! Hawaii would come to us like a screeching halt.
Yeah. So
So,
see. Yeah, that doesn't make no
so
sense. So let's scroll down and see if we can find some more things to talk about. Or maybe what's popping in Hawaii.
the chicken katsu virus. So,
Come on.
so it's funny though. Like Lanai right now, um, he is doing a food tour in I think like Asian countries, and one of them is China. So
Right.
he's in the mix of it, man.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, you have any thoughts on Tulsi Gabbard and her presidential?
Who?
Tulsi Gabbard. You don't know who that is? We'll skip it then.
Yeah,
She's
let's
like
skip.
she's from Hawaii. She's running for president, basically.
And her name is Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah.
Okay, if I don't know who she is, then it doesn't count. So
Yeah, she's
today
running.
in New Hampshire,
Well,
like today in New Hampshire, they had the New Hampshire caucus today, and the top three rating was Bernie Sanders, Pete Buttigieg, and some. I'm not trying to be sexist, but one of the ladies that are running. Everybody else, like Joe Biden, came in fifth. Dude, it was crazy. Like, um, so unless you get 15% of the vote, then you basically are out of that state. Like they don't even put you on the ballot. So, um, yeah, right now it's just three up and running. I mean, I hate to say it, dude, but like, okay, the average. And my roommate is actually really into politics, so I talked to him all the time about it. The average war chest you need to run for president is $30 million. So unless she has $30 million in her back pocket, ready to go, she's not going anywhere. I love the state of Hawaii, and I think that we have good people there, but our politicians are all corrupt. I mean, you talk to anybody, even guys like Jackson.
you
Him and
gotta.
his dad, their politics, and even they
Yeah.
hate the Hawaii politicians.
Well,
So,
you gotta listen to her. I kind of like her. She did a Joe Rogan podcast, I think, twice. So she's like an ex
oh, really?
military, and she's anti the military regime for wars for profit and all this kind of stuff. So
Huh.
she's like a veteran, and she's a senator, I think, believe now in for Hawaii for like the last 4 to 8 years or something. And she's running for president. So I kind of like her. She's very knowledgeable, and you know what I mean. If you, she's been on Joe Rogan like twice, I think. So I think I
Well,
kind
I
of
mean,
like what she stands for.
like even I haven't. I got to do some research on it now that you mentioned it. But I even if she does have great views and
Hmm.
policies and a way to move forward into our country, she's not going to get the presidency. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, I'm not saying she's gonna win, but like I like what she
but she's
stands
got,
for. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
she's
And
she
it's
definitely
unfortunate,
she
dude, because
definitely she stands up and she states what you know what I mean. All this she stands up against all this big pharma and all the military driven wars that we're doing for profit, and so you know what I mean.
yeah.
She says what she backs her stuff up, but she can't win because
Yeah.
yeah,
But you know what though, as
it's
it's actually good that she's getting at least exposure to her causes. You know,
yeah.
like she if she truly believes in trying to change the system a little bit, and the only way you can do that is if you get in front of people, go on Joe Rogan, get 30 million hits. Go
Oh yeah.
on news channels, go on SNL, go on Jimmy Fallon, and just talk about stuff. So.
Let's not get too much into politics. So let's move to the next topic. I'm just scrolling down. We just moving. We just moving and grooving tonight. So this one says, man who recorded Monk's seal slapping video says his friend just wanted to touch it. Somebody slapped the monk seal. I never saw the video.
Well, somebody should slap that guy.
He goes, I was just filming the seal. I didn't know what was going to happen or what not, and then out of the blue, it actually happened. So I guess somebody slapped
So
the
did
monk
they did
seal.
they arrest the guy? Did they arrest his friend?
I don't
Because it's
know.
illegal to even come 10 feet away from, or like 20 feet from the seal,
Let's see if I can actually pull
right?
up the yeah, let me see if I can pull up the article. I'm not sure. Here, man recorded monks let's see. I don't should I play the video? See if I can see it? I'll wait till you can
Uh,
see it, then I'll push it up.
no, you know what? Play the video, man. I'll wait it out.
Yeah. I'll wait a
Like
few
this.
seconds, we can talk about it. I'll read about it before and then it'll probably pop up on your screen.
Okay.
Uh infuriating video that making rounds on social media has prompted an investigation by state and federal marine life authorities. And now the man who posted the video is sharing his side of the story. The video posted on the social media TikTok. Jeez. A man approaches a sleeping Hawaiian monk seal and appears to slap the animal on his backside. The song Smack That by Akon was laid over it to add comedy, but this is no laughing matter. The man who posted the video, who wants to be identified as Eric, said the video was taken at West Oahu Beach during his visit with friends last month. He said, however, it was not him in the video. So I don't know if he's not spilling the beans. He don't want to be a rat or whatever. Yada, 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 yada. But can you see the thing on the screen already? Should be able to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me hit play so I can see this thing, and I'll let it play
A
out.
bunch of holidays.
Will it play? Oh, there we go.
video posted on social
Cheryl
media
says
of
she
a
can see
man
it.
slapping a monk seal in West Oahu has prompted outrage, an investigation, and an apology.
Again,
a man
people
who
don't understand.
only
It's
wants to be
illegal to
identified
even
as
come
Eric
near them.
says he's been getting death threats since filming and uploading the videos
It's
to
still an endangered
Instagram.
species.
He says he and the
Wait,
man
this thing
in the
is-
video were visiting
wait a little
from the
bit.
mainland
Let this
about a
thing
month
play out.
ago, and that his friend
Oh,
wasn't
the thing's
trying
playing.
to slap the animal. Here's his side of the story.
He just wanted to touch it. Like he just wanted to touch it. That was like his goal. But the reason why it seemed like he slapped him, like he ran off, is because he actually thought it was going to attack him as soon as he touched it. So whenever he ran by, it's not something he's really proud of. It's like as soon as he did it, he wasn't proud of it.
Eric says he and his friends are sorry. He says his friend is in contact with authorities and cooperating with the investigation.
They didn't really
A
show
video
it. They
posted
just
on social
was just
media.
was just a thing about them talking about it. I guess he's been getting death threats, rightly so.
Rightly so, dude. Like, okay, so what? I couldn't see the video. Was it a bunch of howdies that came in?
I don't know. I guess it was some people from the mainland. I guess, like you said, they couldn't really see the guy. They didn't really see the video, but he said that I guess they were recording it and whatnot. So he's just goofing off. He just wanted to touch it, and I don't know. So they said the guy who did it is in touch with the authorities and all that kind of stuff. So he's already getting his fair reprimands from authorities. But I guess also, like the guy who filmed it said, he's getting death threats.
Well, you know what? Especially nowadays in this era where information is literally the speed of light. It's one of those, if you're stupid enough to do something stupid and record it and post it, it doesn't matter if you did it or not. You're still a part of that stupidity. It's your friend. You should have told your friend, Brad, don't touch the damn thing. It's an endangered species. You're not supposed to even be near it 20 feet, on the beach or whatever. You just leave it alone, dude. Oh, but I want to be stupid. Well, then you go ahead and be stupid, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go online right now and tell them this is not my stuff and these guys are idiots. In fact, I would have been like, dude, you touched that thing and I'm going to call the police. Like, it's again, can't stand stupid people. You know what I mean? Especially when they're like, I understand if you're going to fight another human, like, like you want to be stupid with another human because of that. But this is an innocent fucking animal. You know what I mean? Like, it has nothing to do with you. It just wants to chill on the fucking beach. It just wants to live its own life. And you go over there and mess with it because you want to be an idiot.
Right. That's
like,
stupid.
That's like kicking a puppy, dude. Like, you just don't do it. So.
Yep.
But anyway.
Yeah, it's just stupid people who don't know how to respect things. They'll get theirs, and don't come back to Hawaii. Otherwise, you're gonna play Akon and smack that, and somebody's gonna be knocking you out. That'll be the next TikTok video.
Right. Okay. What is that big ship?
I passed that one. That was about the coronavirus. I'm looking at this one now. That they're looking to restore the haiku stairs. I guess that's Stairway to Heaven or something.
Well, it's always been in disrepair, ever since the war. Honestly, it's never been like really nice. The military's like, yeah, well, we're not using it anymore, so we're not going to keep it up. And you're not supposed to be up there anyway. It says no trespassing. You will be prosecuted, but people go up there anyway. I mean, I guess if that's another thing. People go up there. They're trespassing. They're not supposed to be there. They're doing it illegally. But now, because there's so many people doing it and getting hurt, having to use the helicopter resources and all that, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now they got to put millions of dollars into, making it safe. So why are you making it safe? Just tear the damn thing down so nobody can go up there. It's sacred land.
Right.
I mean, man, I'm all heated now because of that stupid monk seal thing.
Yeah, like I wouldn't. I think one of my friends, just recently went there, and he just went up. There. I don't think is it illegal to go up there now already? Is it shut down
Yeah, it's
officially?
always
Oh yeah.
been. They have
Oh,
signs up there saying, "Do not cross, prosecution, blah 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 blah,
but
trespassing,
people still
private
do it every
property."
day.
Yeah, they just cut holes in the fence and say, and especially I mean, it's there's another thing though, like Hawaiian people were like, well, this is our land, you know, but it's like I get it, but you still gonna die, you know what I mean? Um, you
Mm.
still like if you get in trouble, it's your land. Would you like die in your land, or you want the helicopter to come get you? Oh, tell them come get me. Well, then there you go. You know what I mean? So
Right, right.
they cut holes in the fences and all that so that they can go up there. And the thing is, it's not even like a lot of local people doing it. It's a lot of tourists that will come to Hawaii and want to be, well, I want the real Hawaii experience, and they go up there and they get in trouble, or again, they're trampling on Hawaiian native Hawaiian plants and foliage. So they're killing all the foliage around the trail. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of controversy on that too. But I've never been up there, so I don't care.
Yeah, I don't plan on going up there anytime soon. Doesn't look
Dude,
like my kind of
I too,
steez, too narrow and too high. Yeah,
right?
not my thing. I don't know if
I'm
anybody
like,
else has been up there, but if you have been up there, props to you. But I ain't going up
you know, like don't get me wrong, it must look amazing from up there. You know,
there.
I
Yeah.
mean, I've been up to Coco Head, and that was daunting, and that was an amazing view. Being up there would be insane, but not
Mhm.
worth it. You know.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of YouTube videos I watched before, and about people going up there, and that's what really has discouraged me from going up there. Just seeing it myself, I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
They're like, oh,
Call me, call me a
10,
scaredy cat. Call me a chicken. Yeah, I'm
like,
not gonna
oh
do
yeah,
anything to risk my life.
we're at the 10,000 stair mark, and we're only about
Yeah,
three-fourths the way. I'm like, oh hell no. That Coco Head, I think is only like 5,000 steps or whatever stairs, or like
right.
3,000 or something like that. Dude, that thing is like 5 or 6,000 stairs. I was like, nope, I'm
Weird,
okay. I'm right
strange
here on the
life.
ground. I'll meet you back at L&L's. You know what I mean? I'll
Okay,
meet you at.
let's look. I'm looking for something else interesting to talk about. Not yet.
Well,
Dating technology.
Mitch, lots of locals do it too, but they know how to do it. Like
Right.
Mitch said that a lot of local people go to Stairway to Heaven. They've been doing it for a long time. They know the terrain. They know the risk that they're taking. A lot of the people from the mainland that come in like tourists, they just think that it's a regular hike, and they
Right.
don't realize how dangerous it can be up there. Especially on that side of the mountain, it's all rainy all the time. And so, even though a lot of local people go up there, a lot of them don't anymore because of the fact that there's mudslides and all that, and they know not to be up there. So,
Right.
I mean, there's still people that go. Don't get me wrong,
Right.
but you know, all of a sudden you don't see David Takatui come back down. So,
Oh.
who's that Smoltz guy? What's with him? What's with him?
Ah, man. Old news. That's that guy from Empire, Jesse Smollett.
Oh,
He's the guy. The one that had the people beat him up or something. He hired somebody to beat him up
yeah,
for
one.
anti-gay, whatever. Yeah. Dumb. I don't want to talk about him.
Yeah,
Talk
me
about the
neither.
Merry Monarch. Merry Monarch Festival coming up. They just released 2020 participating halals and judges. You ever been to the Merry Monarch Festival?
No, but Homo Cow Cow. Actually, my mom.
It's
Yeah.
no, it's definitely like something. You know what I mean? I'm not into like hula per se. Like I enjoy watching it, but I'm not really into it. Like my grandma, like I think your mom used to dance together.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but it's definitely a sight to see when you go there and you just see it and you're just soaking in the vibe of it all.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I used to live in the Big Island for a couple years, so
Yeah, but
I actually went
like,
to the.
but you actually got to go to a Merry Monarch?
Yeah. I went inside and
Dude,
actually watched it for a little bit.
I never got to go, man. I wish I did. Like my mom, for some odd reason, you know what? The thing is, I was such a brat when I was a kid, and I used to do so much stupid stuff that my mom didn't want me to go into hula. Because I used to tell her I want to dance. She's like, no. It's like, no. I was like, but why can't I just join the halal? I think she was dancing for Sunny Ching at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no. If you want to dance, you go find your own halal and you go and you do it yourself. I was like, why? What's wrong with you? Like, because you're gonna embarrass the shit out of me, and I don't want you to embarrass me in front of my halal. Dude, I was like, I'm not good. So yeah, I didn't get into it, but I always wanted to go to Mary Monarch, and the reason why is because I heard it smells really good. Does it smell?
From what I could recall, yeah. I just stuff the leaves and the flowers, of all the halals and all the adornments they wear. So it has that that very fresh,
Right.
greenish, flowerish type smell.
All the beautiful wahines, all the pretty girls all wearing the sprays. So yeah, I always wanted to go, but I never got to go. I've been there. I've been inside of that tunnel looking thing. For Mike Sato, the owner of Enjoy Comics, when he graduated from college, I went to his graduation and they had it there, and I was like, "Oh, this is what it looks like." I thought it was gonna be bigger.
Yeah,
it's such a huge thing in Hawaii. So
yeah, but that's cool. I just figured I'd ask you, but so that's cool. That's coming up. Let's see what else we can talk about.
Okay,
What's this?
Come out, Cacao. See, Cheryl and Glenn. Seattle.
That I or Isus?
Isus.
Here we go. Talking about I don't know how this is the Hawaii news now. We're talking about SeaWorld. In a tweet, PETA said SeaWorld finally listened to PETA and will stop using dolphins as surfboard.
All right, I get it.
Yeah, have you watched that Blackfish? I haven't. I think I watched part of it. The thing about SeaWorld.
Well, I watched
Blackfish.
Yeah, and again, because of the kind of guy I am, I like to see the other side of the story, because the way they portrayed it, it was like SeaWorld is just an evil organization, and they just want to kill orcas and all this kind of stuff. Guys like Steve Irwin and other well-known, like, I guess, animal lovers and trainers and all that, they came out and said the movie, the documentary, it centers around the orcas, which it does bring up a lot of good facts about how badly they're treated, or how they should be in the ocean, because they literally swim like 100-something miles a day, 300 miles a day. But while they're in captivity, they just go around in circles. So that's why their fins, like, instead of going straight up, they're always like this,
Right.
And so there's that, but they're like, you got to understand, that's not all they do. The revenue that comes into SeaWorld and everything, it goes to research, it goes to penguins, it goes to all these other things, kind of like college football. Like, all that money generated from football goes to fencing, it goes to gymnastics, it goes to all these other sports. And so they're like, it's not a bad organization. They just need to revamp how they do things.
Right.
Like the dolphins, I agree. They shouldn't be rode like skateboards, like surfboards. But when they the training and everything, they actually like to play. Like the dolphins, they actually like to play, and so that's what they do. That's why you've never heard of a dolphin ever attacking a human in the wild or in captivity. And the only reason why the orcas used to attack the humans in captivity is because they're mentally, they're supposed to be out in the wild and they're supposed to be doing all these things. But the one of them where they show the orca grabbing the girl's foot and bringing her down,
right.
it was because he thought it was just a playtime. Like he didn't think that she needed oxygen. You know what I mean? He was just like, oh yeah, we're playing. And so that's why he didn't bite down hard enough to break like skin. So if you notice, she wasn't bleeding or anything. It was just he just pulled her down because he was playing with her. There's a lot of controversy on that too, though. But yeah, I seen it. Dude, you gotta see it though. I gotta admit, it's eye opening to one side, and then you gotta do your research for the other side though. So,
right. Was that the one about where they show
side.
like some other kind of
and then you gotta do your research for the other side though. So
right.
Wasn't it,
Was that the one? I'm trying to do two things at once. Was it about the some other like place they moved them from, like some other park or something? The original park. What was it called?
oh man, I forget.
Like Whale World
like-
or something. I don't know. Something weird like that. Yeah.
Plan or something like that. Where they were beating the shit out of these orcas, dude. Like they were making them mentally distressed to the point where they just left them in the smallest confinements because they didn't, play with the ball or whatever. And so when they closed down, they had no place to put these orcas because now they're institutionalized. They can't be out in the wild or else they'll just die.
They don't know how to fend for themselves.
They don't know how to hunt. They don't know how to do all that stuff because they were born and raised inside of these containments. So they had to bring it, and then Tillamook and all that kind of stuff got transferred to certain sea worlds. Like I think one of them was in Florida, the other one was in California, and that's when it all kind of went crazy. Because now you're putting together a pod of orcas that have never met each other. Like you're introducing an orca into a pod of like, oh, this is the brother, the sister, and the brother that's all raised together and grew up in this, and then all of a sudden you bring in another one from some other place. Of course they're gonna try and beat that one up. So yeah, it's sad, but I still believe that SeaWorld as a corporation, they need money, but as an animal rights and animal research facility, I think they're trying to do the best they can. So I still believe in them. I'd still go.
Yeah, I still go. Mitch Palooza said dolphins will hump the shit out of you, though.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. They're pretty little bastards, man. Well, I can't say little because they're like 900 pounds. But yeah, dude. You ever been to Kahala Mall? Not Kahala Mall. The Kahala Mandarin or whatever it's called?
Yeah, where they got the dolphin. Yeah. But I never swam with dolphins or nothing like that.
Me neither. And I wanted to until they told me, okay, anytime you see a dolphin rubbing its bottom against the bottom of the ocean or whatever, it's because they're jerking off. So
yeah, too much TMI. I don't want to know about dolphins.
You go over there and they'll start whooping the crap out of you.
All right, let's move on. Next subject. Here we go. Rainbow's Drive-In is expanding, this time to Ever Beach. So I guess they're opening a new one in Ever Beach.
So I mean, they got one in Pro City, right? Like Pro Ridge.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they got one in Pro Ridge, and I guess they're gonna Ever Beach, and then I think they're gonna try and make one out in what you call that? Windward side.
Windward side.
No, Windward. So.
Yeah, I saw somebody put like, oh, they're gonna open one, and somebody was saying, oh, Vegas.
Nah, they can't open in Vegas.
I'm trying to just read some of these comments that they said. She said, well, it's better than McDonald's, and if you guys like waste gas to go to the Kapahulu location, then that's on you. Someone said the food at Pro Ridge is pretty bad, very disappointing. I guess that's the one is in Pro Ridge?
Yeah, it's Pro Ridge.
Yeah, franchise is running the Rainbow's name, but it is worth it if they're running it into the ground. Money's money's, right? So I guess they think it's just kind of crappy. I guess are they selling franchises now?
I have no idea, dude. I know that they opened one in Pro Ridge, and that was like a big deal. But it kind of sucks that if that's the case, that the food isn't the same as the original. Because I hate to say it, dude, L&L's, You can go to one in Alaska. You can go to one in Vegas. One in California.
All the same.
Yeah, they're all the same. Like
Yeah,
I think that you'd figure that the rice would taste different because of the water that they use to cook it. But
right.
dude, they all taste the damn same to me. I am not
Yeah.
kidding. And you know me,
Yeah,
dude. I'm an
hopefully-
Illinois guy.
Right. Hopefully they can get their stuff together because, like, I commend it. You know what I mean? Like, for Rainbows, if they can open a franchise and franchise it all over, like, the islands and Vegas and maybe some places in the mainland and compete with something like LNL, why not? You know what I mean? More power to whoever owns it. Hopefully it's somebody local, but probably not. But, but you know, just to do something like that. But you gotta have that quality control. The food gotta taste the same. That's franchise 101. You know, from McDonald's to whatever. Your food gotta taste the same to whichever one you go.
Exactly. So
Otherwise it's gonna
we're
be.
gonna get it together. Dude. I love Rainbows. I mean, you and I both grew up eating that all day, every day.
I lived right up the road, so that was my freaking go-to.
The ice cream float or the ice cream slushy. Oh
yeah.
Still to this day, I crave that. Dude, that was the best. With the strawberry slushy, you put the ice cream inside. Aye. So
slush float was the bomb.
slush
Give you
float,
brain freeze though. You drink them too fast.
Well, of course, you get all excited. But yeah, I mean, if they can make it work, they can make it work, and I fully support it. But the quality's got to be there. It's funny.
Yeah.
I'm over here trying to scroll down, like, you know, because I'm watching you scroll.
Mine? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm over here trying to scroll down. I was like, oh, I'm not controlling that.
I don't know. I'm just trying to scroll through, find something interesting. I don't want to talk a little about this, like murders and all kinds of weird stuff like that. Not
That was
really my
stay away
steez, even though a lot of weird stuff is happening in Hawaii now, like stuff that we would never see growing up. Like, you know, I guess there were always like, you know, people getting killed, but not as crazy as it was today. What is this? After 26 years in business, the restaurant at Aloha Tower closed their doors over the weekend. Which one? Oh, Gordon Biersch.
Gordon Biersch and Hooters.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, Hooters.
Are they just converting it? Are they just converting the whole thing into like the college or something?
You know what, man? At this point, they should, you know, or get places, get restaurants and all that in there that people would want to go to. I hate to say it, but the Hooters over there, the food wasn't that great anymore. You know, it's kind of run down. Nobody took care of the place. Gordon Biersch, again, you know, back in the days, that was a hot spot. Now it's like run down. They just need new blood in there.
Yeah, the thing is like that's such a nice location. You know what I mean? Right on the water, like it's like it was cracking back in the day, and like I think it's a perfect spot for restaurants and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know why nobody's going out there. Maybe just the quality of the food, or maybe people just don't like to get out there. You know what I mean? It's not in Waikiki. I guess you still gotta pay for parking. You know what I mean? But it's not.
Well,
I don't know.
Old Spaghetti Factory moved over there, and they're doing really well. Huh?
No, I said, okay, that sounds right. So hopefully something
Spaghetti
gets
Factory,
in there.
they're doing really well. They're always busy. I love that place over there. Like they took a lot of the inside decor from the old school warehouse, like the Word Warehouse, and brought it there. So yeah, that's still good. What they honestly with college students, because they're dorming there, right? They live there.
Yeah.
What they need to do is put in like Subways, McDonald's, Burger Kings, or whatever, something so that the kids can, or you know whatever, can just get something fast, so they can go back into studying. They can bring it up to their room. You know, like I hate to say it, but you can't go to Gordon Biersch and get like garlic fries and all that. Bring it up to your room because it's gonna stink the hell out of your room. So you got to eat it there. And that kids, especially college students, they ain't got time for that. They're like, dude, I got like 2 finals tomorrow. I got to study. I just want to grab something while I'm eating and looking at my screen. So,
True that.
Yeah, I remember Capone's used to be there.
Yep.
Henry Capono, bro. And then used to have all the waves. But
Can't get back on. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to find the chat. I know Mitch was saying something about the quality, but I can't find my chat. I had too many windows open, man. Trying to navigate like the freaking Starship Enterprise or the Millennium Falcon over here. Too many damn things going on.
yeah, see, like Mitch was saying that Illinois has a strict rules about their franchises and all that, which is a great thing because that's how you get your consistency. And of course, the honestly, man, I never liked the Hooters food or like that. Like every time I used to go to Hooters, for me, it was like let's be honest, back in the days, everybody had big boobs and they're pretty girls. But it's kind of like going to a strip club. Like, first of all, I don't want to eat at a strip club. Secondly,
Right.
like, unless you're a pervy, like frat boy douchebag. Hey, what's up,
Right.
babe? Like, come on over here so I can get that orange shorts, all that crap. Like, I'm not that guy. Like,
Right.
so the food wasn't that good in the first place. And I'm not a pervy dude like that, not in public anyway. And so it wasn't an enjoyable time for me, especially because in Hawaii, the girls. You know what I mean? It's not like this girl came from Arkansas, this girl came from Alabama. No, they're like, oh, I came from Waianae, like I came from Pro City. In fact, oh, hey, Uncle Free, how you doing? I was like, oh, okay. Can I get a different service? It's like, well, I'll come back next. Like literally, Jax's nieces work there,
Right.
so I stopped going there. Like I mean, it's not like I went there all the time, but I just didn't want. I didn't want to look at her like that. You know what I mean?
You don't want to be the pervy uncle.
Yeah, it's just weird, dude. So,
hey, honey girl, how you doing, honey girl? You
Yeah,
looking
honey
good, huh? How old you now? 18. Oh, wow, you big girl, huh?
legal. Yeah, I'm not.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm trying to scroll through more things, but I haven't seen anything interesting.
Don't look at my browser history, but
Oh, okay.
what is it?
Huh? I don't know, I'm
Here.
scrolling through. I'm just scrolling like a mother right now. What did you see?
Yeah.
I don't know what you see and what I
Ponytail.
scroll. Yeah, something about donating hair or something, I think.
So
Let's get out of here. Let's look. Huh?
there's a lot of tributes going on about Kobe Bryant and his daughter, and like the 9 people that went down in the crash. I don't know if we touched on it last week because we had
Maroon, yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to touch on that just for a second. Kobe Bryant was actually my favorite player. Him and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And Lakers has been my team since I was literally 4 years old. I met Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Haleiwa at a graduation party from one of my cousins, or cousins or whatever. And that's why I started loving the Lakers since I was like 4 or 5 years old, since I can remember. And of course, Kobe had the Mamba mentality, where it was very hardcore work ethic, and that's what I loved about him. And his daughter was just so into the game, and like certain people out there, like Gayle King. Dude, did you see that thing about Gayle King? So she was having an interview with Leslie Lynch, talking about Kobe's alleged rape allegations back in like 2003 or whatever, and Leslie was like, he was never that guy. Like I know a lot of guys in the NBA that I used to hang out with. They'll be like, "Oh, go grab me that girl, or go get that girl for me." And Kobe was never that. And so, the thing is, what my theory is that back in the days, this he had sex, he cheated on his wife, so he's not an angel. He cheated on his wife, and the girl, she was like, she wanted a payday, so she's like, "Oh yeah, he raped me," right? And so now, because he was like, I thought it was consensual. There was no indication that it wasn't consensual, and so he got acquitted, but he settled out of court. And people are like, well, if you settle out of court, that means you're
guilty.
you're guilty.
Mm.
But it's actually not. He just wants to move on and try to reconcile with his wife and his kids. He's like,
Right.
I'd rather spend the $10 million to get this lady out of my life and focus on my kids and my wife and my family and my career. And so, so yeah, everybody's coming out saying, dude, Gail Kim, why you bringing that up? Let the family mourn. Snoop Doggy Dog, Doggy Dog, Doggy Dog. He's my boy though. He goes on Twitter and he literally says, like, let the family mourn. I can't believe you're doing this to one of your own. You know what I mean? Like, why are you bringing this up? He is acquitted, all this kind of stuff. I want to call you one. Fuck it, I'm gonna call you. You're a bitch. You're a blunt. Dude, he went off on her. And he goes, and you better knock it off before we come get you. I was like, holy shit, and he was serious. He's like, you better knock that shit out before we come get you. And he's still connected to gangster shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But getting back to the tribute part, I guess the school that his daughter was playing for retired her jersey, retired her number. Of course, everybody's doing the KB patch and everything. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that was a shocker.
Yeah, I know that we're doing a Kobe T-shirt, like a tribute T-shirt for Kobe on our website, the Free and Easy Lifestyle.com. We're gonna be putting that up soon. I mean, for me, it was a tribute to him because he was my favorite Laker. Him and Kareem, of course, but yeah, like just I used to be so in awe of him with his work ethic. He would go in 3 hours before everybody, do the practice, get on people's ass. Like he literally, okay, so there's a story that one of his former teammates said that they were getting their asses smoked by whatever other team, like their opposing team. He told them, everybody take my shoes off. Because at the time, they're all wearing his shoes. Take my shoes off, put them in the trash because you don't deserve to wear them. He made them take the damn shoes off. Dude, it was crazy. But that's the kind of competitiveness he had. So, yeah, R.I.P. Kobe Bryant and everybody else that went down in that tragedy. So
yeah, that's crazy. Oh boy, to talk about such sad things. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine. I feel for the wife and the surviving members of her family, and just like.
I mean, she got 3 daughters now, man. That she got to take care of. Like, don't get me wrong, dude. They made so much money that they don't have to worry about. But that's not the point. It's emotional, So that's crazy.
Oh, boy. Anyway.
Getting back to things that are not tragic. Mitchell,
what's happened? What did he say?
He's like, yeah, walk into a strip club in Hawaii, you might see some girls like that's a little awkward. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think being in the nightclub industry back in the day, it was like almost a gimme that you would see somebody, at a strip club. So
the awkward one is that okay? So here's a story. After the club was we're all hanging out, and I didn't know that this guy was a pimp, pimp and drug dealer. And so we went to a karaoke, and then right across the street, I guess because all the Korean bars and all that. Right across the street is a massage parlor, and I didn't want to get one. I didn't get one, so I sat in the couches. Like they had yeah, shut up, man. They had Street Fighter, so I was playing Street Fighter on the Nintendo, and because I don't know what they were to do, they took for freaking ever. But I saw 3 girls that I went to high school with, and they're like, "Oh my god, you can't tell nobody." I'm like, "I'm not gonna tell nobody. This is your life." But yeah, so I was like, really? And I even asked one, I was like, how'd you even get into this? Like, because it's just easy money. I was like, oh, okay. Right. I'm not gonna judge you for what you do. I mean, look at me, I was playing Street Fighter, like, in the lobby. So, but yeah, dude, it's pretty awkward.
Yeah, it can be an awkward situation there.
I mean, like, okay, here in Nevada, like in Las Vegas, it's big enough where you won't see, but sometimes you will. You'll see Hawaii girls in Sapphire and Palominos or whatever. But if you go out to like a rural area where they have like, the library, you ain't gonna see anybody you know. You know what I mean? They all from Wisconsin, so you know what I mean. It's not as awkward here. I'm not saying that I know.
I think Quan just jumped in and said, "What's up?" from Jackson Quan. Quan.
Jaxie and Kwanzi. What is that? What is Paha?
I don't know.
So, yeah, dude, Quan. Okay, so Quan has been posting up some pretty awesome photos on Facebook about the places he's eating. I guess he's taking a food tour with friends that come to visit. Dude, he posted this one steak. Oh my god! I was looking at that steak, just mouth watering. Like some of the stuff he posts, I don't eat. You know what I mean? Like Brussels sprouts and all kinds of stuff. Well, not Brussels sprouts, but like like vegetables and all that. Quan.
Fruits and vegetables and
so, but
all
everything
that
else,
healthy stuff.
All the meat stuff look good. So in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be going to Hawaii for his wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So wait for the wedding. Wait for the wedding.
Where's the wedding gonna be held at anyway?
It's on Oahu,
and
it's going to be held at Ale Ikena. I don't know. Never been there, but
can't say I know.
I can't. Ale Ikena.
Okay, I'm not sure where that is, but sounds nice.
It's on Port after.
Yeah, speaking of weddings, like weird. It's just weird that my wife's been watching this show called Married at First Sight or something.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, she's been watching that, and it's kind of strange that she was watching it. So you know, what I mean, it's all about this people who just don't even see, like, they literally meet each other at the altar. It's like crazy. It's a crazy show. But anyways, Go ahead.
Go ahead.
But anyways, it led into us. She wanted to watch the video of our wedding, so which I haven't watched since we got married, like soon after we got married, so maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. So it's just like I was just watching it, and I was just like, oh my god, like, you know what I mean, like all these things going on. So I know what Jax must be going through right now, because I just was kind of reliving everything. Like I watched it briefly before, but I was watched from like the ceremony to the walk-in where we all walked in, the speeches, the first dance.
Next time
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. I got an MP4 and Dropbox. I got to send it to Neldon also. He was asking me. He goes, I never saw it. Because it had his speech, I think. And I think you were doing the when I was doing the garter, whatever, removal of the garter. I think you're emceeing that part. So it's just kind of laughing, crying, reliving all the emotions through it. So just seeing how small, like, a lot of the kids were. Like Christopher, like Punk. Man, he looked like within 5 years, he looked like he quadrupled his size. When you look at that video, I'm like, dang.
See, I didn't know that Nana and Layla was there.
Yeah, they're in there too. Nana and Buggy.
Yeah,
Layla, yeah.
Like, 5 years ago, I never knew any of those people. Like, I think the closest person I knew back then was Carmen, and even then, I only met her like once or twice. So, it was really just you, Val, Jazzy.
Right.
That's really about it. So, yeah.
So good.
In fact, I didn't think I met her mom at that time. So.
Yeah, Jax was like, hey, Mark, did you save the cake and eat it 1 year later? Yeah, we did that.
Did you really?
Yeah, we saved it in a little Tupperware, but, it's tradition, so we did do that.
So how gross did it taste?
It didn't taste too bad, actually. It wasn't disgusting or anything, but it was not bad. Just a little stale, but I mean, not like I just devoured the whole thing. I just took a little bite and be like, okay, I'm good. Just get a little freezer burn. If you had something in there for like a month or two that was a little bit freezer burned, Just like that. Nothing too disgusting.
So yeah, Quan, I wasn't asked to be the best man at Mark's wedding. It was actually AZD, his really good friend from Maui.
Yeah,
Is
Maui.
that in Maui? And I wasn't offended because I knew that they had a lot of history, and Nelson is a really great guy, and he's helped Mark throughout the years. But yeah, I was like, dude, I'll be a part of your wedding as long as I get to eat. And then I had to figure out, oh, bro, I gotta buy my own shirt. I gotta buy flip flops that match everybody else. I was like, man,
Well, like I said, I didn't think you wanted to do the speech anyways, and
no,
no,
I
there's
did
like,
not.
yeah, that's what I figured.
And
So,
he's good at that stuff. He's really good at that public speaking. So how did they even get down there?
what's that?
Oh, I was like, how did they even get down to San Diego for your wedding? I didn't have a car.
Uh,
Oh, you know what I
I have no
did?
clue.
I
What
remember.
did you do?
I took Chase's car and came down like a week early so that I could help
Oh,
he had to do. And then Chase came down with his at the time family in
right.
there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's
That's when
right.
I got that's when I got my ukulele.
Yeah, definitely. I'll send you the link for that. I gotta send it out. Like, I never even crossed my mind about it till like I gotta give a shout out to uh, uh, Timothy Kubo actually. Tim Kubo. He's the one that actually shot all the video for it, and like I barely knew the guy. Like I met him maybe like I didn't even meet him in person. Like I met him online, and he live in Hawaii. He's a military dude, and he's just like, "Oh, you want me to come and film your wedding for you?" And he filmed it and put it all together, and like he didn't even charge me anything. So
Really?
just out of the kindness of his own heart, so I was just like, well, okay, you can come film it. We paid like the photographer like I don't know, too much money, and she missed a lot of the shots, and he captured a lot of it on video. So I got a shout out to him. I gotta go back. I was just telling my wife I gotta go get him like some kind of present and like freaking send it over
Something.
to him or something.
Like 5 years
When I
later.
think about it, yeah, better late than never. You know what I'm saying? So,
Dude, the reason why she missed so many shots is because she was at the bar getting sauced up.
oh boy,
And she got drunk, bro.
yeah.
Like what wasn't it? Wasn't she like Val's second cousin or aunt or something like that?
No, she was like her cousin Flock,
Yeah.
Alex. It was one of her friends
Oh,
who was one of her friends. So yeah, but yeah, we still got the photographs. I mean, it is what it is. But it's all good.
oh, Quan. I don't think you'll ever like. She's based out of the photographer that they use. I think she's based out of Oxnard in California.
Yeah.
You don't ever have to worry about that. So, but yeah, I know. I'm not saying any, dude. Okay. So even though I'm not in the wedding party, I'm not anything to do with Jax's wedding. I just want to sit there and eat and enjoy the day. Jackson making me do a speech, and so I still got to do a speech. But luckily, I don't have to do what Quan does. Quan's got to do all the rest of the stuff. Sure, this
Yeah.
happened. Ring is there. Blah 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 blah. So I don't got to do none of that.
Yep. That's an undertaking right there.
Yeah, and I don't want nothing to do with it. Like straight up. Like even if I didn't have the curse, my best man / MC curse, I still wouldn't want to do it. I'm done with all that already. I'm like my mom. Like I'm too old for this shit. I hate doing speeches, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun time when I get back to Hawaii though. Everybody's asking me if I'm doing the amazing Hawaii Comic Con, which is a week before Jax's wedding, and I told him nope, I'm not gonna do anything comic related. It's all about Jax. It's whatever he needs me to do. If I'm available, because I'm not gonna have a car when I'm there. Like,
Right.
Whatever he needs me to do, I'm gonna do. Whatever Stacy needs me to do, I'm gonna do. Other than that, I'm not there for any work reason. So,
Right.
But yeah.
Gotcha. So it's all good.
Hawaii.
Speaking of going back to Hawaii, like this cool page, I think you're part of it too. It's called Remember Oahu from the Past.
Yeah. I set you up with that.
Yeah, so I think you're the one who referred it to me. So I'm just trying to look through it there and just kind of scan through it and see if we can find some cool things to look at and talk about. Let me scan through it here. I don't know. I'm looking at this
Wallabies
thing
are
of I saw that wallaby in Kalihi. Now it's some kind of this says Waipahu. There's like a big sky slide. So
yeah.
I don't know what
The
else.
super
I don't
slide.
remember that. Sky slide. This looks like maybe like I'm trying to look at the people in the pictures and what they're wearing. So I'm trying to say like
I'm
this
looking
looks
at that as
I
like the
believe-
early 70s. I wasn't born
yeah, I'm
until
thinking
70s,
like
so
70s. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So
I
let me
got
scroll down here some more. Let me see if I can find anything else cool to look at while you see if they want to talk about something else.
right.
What
Yes,
is
congratulations.
this? Huh?
No, I'm just reading the comments.
Oh, congrats,
Yeah, no.
Jack. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm doing a speech, and
Mhm.
I know it sounds weird, but I do my thinking when I'm in the shower, because I'll just stand there under the hot water and just think of what I would say, and yeah, like there's a lot of memories that Jackson and I have put together, and one of the reasons why is because Don K1 or Kwan,
One.
he introduced us, and so the
Oh, gotcha.
catalyst, like us three, we have a lot of history together. But Jackson and I were the ones that went to Florida State football. We went to San Francisco football. We went to WrestleMania and all these things. And of course, you're a part of the the group that went to Verona Casino in San Diego.
Yeah.
I mean that trip alone, just getting there. I remember Marc and myself getting out to San Diego. Dude, we went through hail, snow, rain. I mean, rain to the point where we were going like 10 miles an hour on the freeway, in the middle of the night. I mean, we went through everything just to
Fog.
get the fog. Oh my God. I
Yeah,
mean,
we went through
literally.
every hazardous weather condition we had to get through to get there. Crazy.
Don't get me wrong, dude. Verona's a beautiful hotel. But even that is like, you got to go 10 miles into the mountain, which at the time I thought it was a pain in the ass. But if you really look back at it, it makes you immersive into this resort, like you're going through the mountain. The mountain is beautiful. I don't know why I didn't just think of that, but the mountain was beautiful. And then you get to the Verona, and it's a really nice hotel casino. And then, of course, going to, did we do SeaWorld or just the zoo?
I think we
Do
just
you
did
remember?
the zoo. I don't
Yeah.
remember SeaWorld. Well, I didn't do SeaWorld, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jax even said like coming back from Florida, because Jax, myself, and Stacey actually drove there and back, and yeah, we had hail, heavy rain, blazing sun, like everything you could think of, dude. So
Yeah, I can see that because you come in cross country, but we experienced that all through just coming from Vegas. This is ridiculous.
Quan did say that we did SeaWorld, so we did SeaWorld and the zoo. That was a pretty epic trip because we had so many people. Like, it's hard to get 7+ people to.
Oh boy. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. 7+
Whatever that
people
means.
to get together all at the same time and take a trip. Especially because lives are all different. Some of us had kids and some of us didn't. Some of us came from San Diego, actually LA. I think Susan came from LA, right, Quan? And then there's Amanda, which was Nader's friend. I think she came from LA at the time. Now she lives in San Diego. I mean, we came from Vegas, so it was a pretty epic trip for Jax to put together, dude. So I got to give him a hand for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For
see, look,
sure.
we were talking about this. Yeah, the zoo was when me and Marc was in the sky thing together. That was
Think about
epic,
that. The last episode. That's yeah.
right? We were talking about that last
that
episode.
that that was just bad planning.
Like, I don't know how it happened though. Like, I guess like everybody had their spouses. Like Kim had Bryce and mom and everybody was in their own thing. All of a sudden, it was you and Jax, of all people. That's so funny. Can you imagine if I was in there too, dude? If we would have
Oh
felt
boy.
we would have been done. So
Yeah, they should. They shouldn't. I think the people at the zoo would have been responsible. I think they should have just looked at us and go, "Yeah, that's not happening." But no
well,
one did.
thank
They
you.
go, "Oh,
Glenn, for-
right here. You guys go right in."
He said, "Hey, we balanced it out. Yeah, one had to go on the other side, the other had to go. But yeah, it was just funny. It's just another story to tell because you lived through it,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Dead
Yeah.
men tell no tale,
Fortunately, we did.
dude. So yeah, like the Aloha. I was reading that the Aloha you drive boat. They used to be able to, it was so clean that you could actually rent
Yeah.
boats and go up and down the Aloha.
I'll push
And
it back up here.
right, like they used to have a fishing stuff and everything. Not anymore.
I don't think I. When was that from? Because I don't think I ever remember a time where I saw the Aloha being clean.
Oh, well, that picture was from like the 50s, dude, when they first built it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
thinking.
by the time the 70s came around, dude,
Yeah.
it was just, especially like with all the hurricanes and everything, pulling all the dirt and mud and all that stuff from Manoa. Yeah, it just got dirty real quick.
So that's how we got polluted from all like the mud coming down from.
Well, I mean, the mud, they didn't think to, like where it actually comes into the top. They didn't think that it was going to settle there, but it did. So all of that
Oh.
dead, plant life and everything. But also
Yeah.
people like literally just push like carts in there, like,
Oh yeah. After a while, they showed all kinds of.
like, they just polluted the damn place, man. Leave it to humans to mess it all up. But
Yeah.
Hungry Lion, dude, I miss
That's
that
another one
place.
I saw.
Used to get those big bowls of locomoco and big bowls of like the fried ramen or fried salmon. Dude,
Yeah.
miss Hungry Lion. There's a tree in the
Yeah,
middle of and all the doo-doo from the hotels. Sewage, the sewage line. Yeah, exactly. The sewage line that was supposed to go under and all the way down, all the way into like into the ocean. I think it was supposed to be like a mile or two out into the ocean. It broke in the Aloha, and so it just all that raw sewage just.
Wait,
messed
they
it
had
up.
a pipe that was, but they had a pipe that was gonna dump raw sewage into the ocean a mile out.
Yep.
Is that
'Cause,
legal?
well, yeah, because it's humans that they like do stupid stuff, and so they're like, oh yeah, I'm allowed. The fish will eat it. So, but yeah,
Fucking, hey, we're
but it broke
messing
it.
this planet up bad, man. The planet's gonna strike back at us sooner or later.
You know what? And you can't blame her. Can't blame her for doing it.
We are the ukus on on the head of what we call the Earth.
So my
Sooner
favorite
or later-
comedian, Bill Burr, he's like, Mother Nature's trying so hard to keep our numbers down, but we keep messing it up. We keep finding vaccines. It's like she makes the Ebola virus that's supposed to take care of like at least 1/5 of the planet, so that way we can live easier. No, we make a vaccine for that. So now we got 7 billion people. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
the Hungry
Hungry
Lion.
Lion.
Speaking of Hungry Lion, Super Bowl. I remember that the Super Bowl. It had,
Yep.
like, wasn't there like all kinds of like you could get curry chicken, like curry katsu or something? I don't know. I remember like it had all kinds of stuff in that Super Bowl.
I remember like they had char siu, like basically everything you can think of, dude. Chicken katsu, terry beef, spam, fish, like fried fish, all kinds of stuff in that Super Bowl, dude.
Why did
Oh,
they close down? Like, it doesn't seem like that's a. Did they like build out that whole shopping complex or something? Because it doesn't seem like a very like hot spot location. You know what I mean? Where they'd be like, okay, well, you guys got to move out, or
I
maybe
don't
they
know.
just weren't making money. Well, the food's was good, so
Yeah, the food is
I don't
good,
know.
and they had the old people go in every day, for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Um,
Yeah.
but you know what I think it was? I think like again, the complex might have got greedy and said we need more rent.
Yeah.
Um, oh, there's a Walgreen there now. Well, again, corporate, right? So they have enough money to just say, yeah, we'll
That's what
take
it
it.
is. That's what it is. It's right off the freeway too, so
Right, right.
prime location. So yeah, guess who
So
gets the
that's
boot? The local businesses.
it.
Aka.
So yeah, okay. Getting back to Juan's thing, is like, Priya, have you ever touched a toy lizard since San Diego Zoo? I have touched a toy lizard, but it didn't look real. Like the one at San Diego Zoo looked real. Um, the one that I touched didn't look real, so it was like like neon colors. So I didn't really freak out. But I did
Right.
touch an actual iguana at the Hilo Zoo, the one that we were talking about the other day with Mariner. Where they have the free zoo that they have over there. That is like
Right.
my favorite zoo. Um, I mean, it was like really, really fast, but I did touch a lizard, and I'm never gonna do it again.
was it big? Was it one of those big lizards or like a small?
It was an iguana, and it was
Okay.
in captivity, so it's huge. Like this thing could
So like,
literally eat birds.
are you more scared of like a iguana-sized lizard or one of those little ones, like a gecko chameleon type
I would have
joint?
to go. Like I think the smaller ones to me are scarier. Like just my phobia. They're not scary. It's just my phobia.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the iguana, you can see exactly where it is. It's big.
Right.
It's like 4 feet
Right.
or whatever. So you know exactly where it is. With a lizard, if you freak it out, it can go into your closet. You'll never see that thing again until
Right.
it wants to come out. So now I'm like, oh, fuck, man, I can't even get any clothes because I'm not gonna go in there. I'd literally go like this one time I was living in Pro City and a lizard was in my closet. I went to Walmart and got new clothes to go to work. So yeah. I'm not.
Wow.
I think the bigger they are, the better I am at it because I've
Mhm.
sat on the back of an alligator,
Right.
and so I've actually been on one of those big ones. Hold on, I'm gonna be talking, but I gotta stand up.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like I've actually, I think the bigger the lizard is, the better. Like if it's like size of a T-Rex, I don't want to get
Mhm.
eaten, but I can handle it more.
Right.
So sorry, my foot was falling asleep and had to get up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Looking at this thing Quan's posting. Yeah, we talked a little bit earlier about Gordon Biersch Hooters closing down and all that stuff on where HPU is. I'm like,
okay, take over for a minute. I'll be right back.
that's all. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we talked about that and Don Ho's, Caponos. Yeah, that used to be a hot spot. I don't know what happened to it. I know the college took it over, whatnot, but I mean, it's a prime location. It's like perfect, like for restaurants, water. You know what I mean? Restaurants overlooking the water. So hopefully they put some more, maybe newer restaurants in there, and kind of revive that place, or are they just gonna convert it all to dorms? Like, they have to be like kind of. I guess it's HPU, so they pay a lot of tuition to have dorms up by the water with an ocean view. I think the tuition must have gone up from the old location. Must be. Now I'm looking at this thing on the Remember a While from the Past. Jimbo's. Anybody go to Jimbo's? I guess Jimbo's restaurant is closing last day, March 26th, at Jimbo's restaurant. They're gonna demolish the building. I guess so. That's what it says here. Due to the demolition of the building, we regrettably have to close our business and leave our 25 plus years long home in March. Currently, we will not found a new location, but I guess they got a website. Yeah, a lot of these places are closing down. Like they don't reopen. Like they don't even get new locations. I guess some of them are family restaurants, and they're just tired of trying to reopen a new location. They just shut down. So that's kind of crazy. Was everything just getting gentrification, man? Gentrification. Restaurant Row is now called Waterfront Plaza and also has HPU classrooms in 3 towers. And Ocean Nightclub is now HPU Student Center. Jeez, HPU taking over the world. I don't really go to college, so I'm not a fan of college. Just take your money and put you in debt and then leave you with no job. Yeah, that makes sense. But when the next time I'm going to be on the island, I don't know. I'm looking maybe towards August, hopefully, for my anniversary. I'm hoping to get there for my anniversary, 5th year anniversary, wedding anniversary. So hopefully I can get there sometime in August. Haven't been there in a while, but man, the flights is expensive and money, jeez. Living here in San Diego ain't that cheap either. So I'm considering moving to Vegas possibly because, man, rent is a killer over here in San Diego, even though I'm not by the ocean. Still. Yeah, I don't know if Jimbo's closing, all those other places closing. They said demolishing the building, so if that's in part of the building, I'm assuming so. Dang, that's a whole bunch of businesses closing, I guess, then.
Yep, Jimbo's is going down. Yep. Kind of sucks.
I look at this picture now, like eat Simon.
Do you know what? Okay, I know everybody like dogs on L&L's for being like cookie cutter, but if you go to L&L's and get the teriyaki beef ramen, man, that stuff is ono, dude. I had it at the last time I went to San Diego. I went to that Lakeview Park or whatever.
Lakeview Park, yeah.
That's what I ate, dude. It was so good. So good.
Yeah, because you went there. We actually went there I think last Sunday we went there to Lakeview Park. But it was so cold. It was like bananas cold. I don't know why. We went there to eat. We went actually to L&O. But I didn't buy Simon. But
what'd you buy?
I think katsukori,
Yeah.
So we're gonna eat out there, but it was like freezing balls out there. So we're like, took a walk around and we tried to sit there and eat, and we're like, man, let's just go home already.
Right. I mean, it's a great place to eat. Like that pavilion looks over the lake. There's a thing where where the ducks are and everything. So it's really nice. But yeah, I can see where it can get cold.
Yeah, it's windy out there. So
Jackie's Kitchen. Dude, Jackie's Kitchen was so fun, dude. Like, still to this day, I mean, I hate to say it, Quan, but I'm a legend, dude. $1,000 tip on a $23 check. So, and then like a week later, I got a $500 tip on like one of those metal black cards from this couple. And I think they spent like $100, but they gave me like $500. Excuse me. Man, what is wrong with me today? Like, I just can't get it together. But anyway. So yeah, okay. So I'm thinking if Quan can ever get off work on time or whatever, I would love to have him on. Because him and I have had so much history. But also he actually, he always says that I was the one that brought him into emceeing nightclub stuff, because he used to MC for like Pachenko's and all that, like the karaoke side. But actual nightclub stuff, I kind of brought him in and, you know, helped him get involved in that. But he's done a lot for me too. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have done Jackie's Kitchen. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met Jax. If it wasn't for him, there's a lot of things in my life that wouldn't have progressed into what we know now. So I'd love to have Quan on as an interview, because he's been a staple of the nightclub scene in Hawaii for so long that even when he gets out, they bring him back in. Like he's like, I don't want to do it no more. And then he goes out one time, you know, throws back a few Crown Royals, gets on the mic, and all of a sudden he's working there again. You know, he's working there now. So
yep. That's when you got out, they suck you back in.
You know what? Okay, so the $1,000 check, the guy was not mentally stable. I give him that. He was a good guy. His boyfriend came in to just make sure that, you know, he didn't, you know, do all crazy stuff.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is that I gave him good service. I was nice. I was prompt. You know, Quan trained me well because he's the one that trained me how to be a waiter or a server. And I got $1,000 tip. I mean, we had people calling from Mai Tais, from Bubba Gump, asking if it was true. And Quan was like, yeah, dude, it's true. One of my guys got $1,000 tip. So, yeah.
Legendary.
So, Quanwick. So anyway, yeah, dude. Hey, Quan, if you can find the time, Tuesday at 9:00, or I guess that'll be 7 in Hawaii.
Yeah, 7:00 Hawaii time.
7:00. If you can find the time on a Tuesday at 7, let us know, and hopefully we can get you on, man. Because we got some good stories, you and I, and it'd be interesting. So, hey, Mark.
Yo.
Can we have 4 people, or is it just 3 people can be on this thing? Or would that just be too crowded?
Might be too crowded. I probably could set up 4, but I'd have to set up like the whole template thing and then Skype in 4. Make it kind of crowded on the talking over each other, but good.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta raise hand first before you talk.
Right. You gotta put the button. Quan, you don't need a computer right now. The video that you seeing of me is actually on my phone. We Skype in, and it goes to Marc, and he does all that stuff. So just letting you know, you don't actually need a computer just to talk to us. We can do it through Skype, and then later on you can look at the replay on YouTube later. So just letting you know. Let me later on just message me if you're interested in coming onto the show. Like I said, dude, like I want to talk to like interesting people, like kind of like Joe Rogan. Like he's all over the place. You know what I mean? Like I want to talk to like guys that go hunting. Like my cousin. Like my cousin goes hunting on Kauai, and he blasts deers and boar. Like he used to go dog hunting. I don't know. You ever went dog hunting before, dude? Where you go hunting like
Nope.
where you go hunting pig with dogs? Bro, they're vicious, bro. Like they're okay. So when they're not hunting, they're the nicest, cutest dogs ever. The tail's wagging, they lick you and all that. But once they get in the cage, like their mentality changes. And then once you release them into the jungle or whatever the hell, like the pully or whatever,
Right.
they're nuts. They'll go after these huge boars, like pigs, like wild feral pigs with tusk and everything, and like they'll first thing they go for is the ears and the snout, because that's like the most sensitive part to the pig. And so they'll do that. They'll rip it apart. They'll literally rip it apart, dude. Ears off, everything, blood everywhere. And then you come in with the bow and arrow, and like I guess they have like single like whistles and all that. And so once you whistle, the dogs kind of stop. just enough time for you to blast that boar. You know, like you're like this, then you blow the whistle twice or whatever. They stop and then you release. It gives it literally like a split second, and then once it gets hit, and then the dogs attack again. Dude, it's nuts. But that's just traditional how you do it with dog hunting. I was like, wow, dude, I don't think I ever want to do this again. Like it's crazy, dude.
I hope it never go into this kind of like new world order or like where we have to hunt for our own food because I'll die. I'm such a townie, bro. I'll just go to freaking Walmart and buy a steak. I'm not gonna try and hunt, kill pig, and I'll be dead, man.
Yeah, dude. Quan. So Quan, did you used to go dog hunting like dog and knife only? Cause that's crazy, dude. Like my brother used to he used to go javelin hunting. You know what that is, Mark? So instead of my brother's traditional bow and arrow and all that stuff, so he does that too.
Yeah.
But he used to go javelin hunting, where all you got is like literally like one of those, this is Sparta kind of spears, and you just go in there and you see the boar, and they're aggressive, dude. So if they see you, they'll come right at you, and you just blast them with the javelin, dude. I was like, oh my god. Again, I'm not into all that stuff, but wow, yeah, it is crazy, man. So
Guess they headed out.
all right. Well, Quan, again, man, hit me up if you want to be on the show, dude. We'd love to have you. But yeah, have a good day, bro. Appreciate it. So, and Jax, of course. Jax and I, we've done a lot of adventures together, man. Like even the little adventures that add up to the big stuff, you know. it's amazing.
How long we've been on? Huh? Let's see. We had 141.
We almost did 2 hours.
Yeah, almost 2 hours now. Let's get a couple more here. Like I'm looking at this thing. That Iki Cyclery is closing down.
Yeah, what is that?
That? The bicycle shop. Yeah, you never went to Iki Cyclery? Yeah.
Dude, that thing's been there forever in Kailua, right? No, not Kailua.
I think this one is. I'm not sure which location. I know they have a. I'm not sure which location this is.
In Kalihi area.
Yeah, I think Dillingham or something.
Yeah. Dillingham.
I'm not sure, but something like that. I forget where. I know Iki Cyclery, and then that's been there for a while. I used to go to like McCully. I'm pretty sure you went to McCully Bike Shop, right? You used to live that area.
You know, I used to go to McCully, but I actually got my first mongoose and like at the bike shop.
Oh, the bike shop. I remember that one too. Which one was the one in Ala Moana? There was one in Ala Moana, right where like Dairy Queen was or something, like on the when you go up the ramp. I forget the name of that bike shop, but I think I bought some stuff from there. But I can't. Was that a bike shop? I don't know what that was.
You know what? I don't know. I remember.
Now.
I remember
a bike shop in Ala Moana, right? There's like a bike place, like right as you come up the ramp from the bottom level, like right before you hit like Liberty House area.
Yeah. Like now it's like Nobles and all that. It's kind of cool at Satellite City Hall. But yeah, I remember being in a bike shop over there. I know that Jax goes to a bike shop on Nimitz by I guess the Kakawako area. He gets his bikes over there. Dude, I gotta hand it to Jax though. That guy, man, he literally like I think the last time he went on one of those bike runs, he did like 25 miles, dude. Can you imagine my fat ass on a bike going 25 miles? I'll be chafed like from my knees to my balls, my knees to my crotch area. My God. But he does it, dude. That guy's a warrior, man. He does like marathons and crazy shit like that. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, another long time business. A lot of them shutting down all the moms and pop shops, man. Sign of the times. Sign of the times.
Let's be honest, man. Like we're all getting older, and either there's normally three main reasons. Number one, the economy. You know, it's hard to keep a brick and mortar shop, especially something like a bicycle shop, running. because it's such a niche thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like Walmart where you can get like, you know, rhinoceros food and a, you know, a boombox and an iPad and all that. It's, you can only get bicycle stuff there. So
Right.
that. Secondly, because of the global market like Amazon or whatever, and everything's cheaper online, free shipping, blah 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 blah. Get it in 2 days. It's just more convenient to just do it online. And then third, a lot of times, even though they're still successful, the kids that the second or third generation kids, they went to USC, they went to Notre Dame, they're going to become lawyers in Harvard. They don't want to run a mom and pop crack seed shop. You know what I mean? So,
Right. That's the thing.
Yeah, like I don't want to be a monopool salesman. Like I want.
Don't even bring up Libby's, man. Like tell the lady, like give it to me, man. I'll run the damn shop if your kids don't want to run it.
Right now, dude.
That shit is history, man. That is historical.
You know the thing is, I don't know why she didn't
sell it or something or do something.
Yeah, like offer it. Like say, you know what? I want to keep the tradition going. My kids, you know, they moved on to other bigger, better things, but who wants it? You know, we can make something work.
Like a cousin or like a freaking, you know what I mean? Somebody, Hanai freaking Hanai cousin or somebody would have took it, I'm sure.
I mean, I got to be honest with you. Most likely Mariner. He would have took it.
Yeah.
He would have invested. He probably would have invested like $300,000 just to get that thing rolling again and make it most successful. But yeah, dude, it's heartbreaking to know that Libby's ain't there. Like one day, if Ada Swarovski's not going to be there, I'm going to cry my eyes out. You know? you know what I'm talking about, right? Rada Swarovski.
Yeah.
Downtown at the Filipino place. Dude.
Right.
On 4th Street. Man.
4th Street.
The day that place closed down, I'm going to cry like a girl. No offense to girl. I'm going to cry big time. So,
yeah.
But yeah, Libby's is everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
That pink box.
I don't know, man. I gotta get that recipe. Huh?
Are you ready?
Ready for what?
I got 10 questions for you.
You gonna do me now?
Yeah,
how you gonna do me like that?
Okay, the reason
do me like that.
And the reason why I'm going to tell a little history, so that way it's documented on our show, is that we were sitting down in the living room at Marc's house, and we were just thinking about ways to make the show interesting and all this kind of stuff. And it just for some odd reason, I started asking him questions, like random questions. What's your favorite color? Like who's your favorite basketball team? Like what's the biggest toe that you have? The big toe or the second to the biggest toe? All that kind of stupid stuff. And so we thought about doing 10 questions, like real fast, rapid question. Doesn't give you time to answer. It just, whatever the top of your head. And so we're going to start that tradition. And I want to keep it going because the first time I ever did it was with Marc on his couch. And we're going to keep this going. So are you ready for it?
Yeah, I just put the sweep. You caught me off guard. So I'm going to do the introduction right here. It's a segment that I didn't think I'd be on. We usually do this for our guests, but I guess I'm the guest tonight, and it is called Try Answer Fast Kind. I get that out of my face now. All right, I guess if we do unto others, like they say, only do unto others what you do unto yourself. So I guess I gotta go through it, and maybe one of these days I'll catch you on the flip side.
Okay.
Some 10 questions about. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
Okay, Marc, are you ready? Question number 1.
I'm ready.
Who would win, 10 Kung Fu masters or 10,000 10-year-olds in a fight?
10,000 10-year-olds.
Okay. Would you rather?
I just think that just a sheer number of them, they could bite ankles, they could, pull ears. Just a sheer number would outdo. Yeah, I think just sheer numbers would.
Swarm, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather in Antarctica or the middle of the Sahara?
I think Antarctica. Sahara, you'd die of thirst. At least Antarctica, I don't know. There's water, but you freeze your ass off. But I mean, I'd rather freeze my ass off than die of thirst. I like the cold better.
Me too. Okay, dye all your hair blue for a year, or wear mascara and lashes for a year.
Blue hair for sure.
Okay.
No question. I
What's
ain't
your
on that RuPaul stuff.
What's your favorite rock band of all time?
Rock band. Jeez.
Yes.
Man, I'd have to go with Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
One of the few. I don't have too many that I know, but
Like there's Guns N' Roses, Bon Jovi, stuff like that. You remember Guns N' Roses? All right, here we go. Who would win in a fight? John Wick, The Punisher, or Batman with no gadgets?
I think the Punisher. I'd go with the Punisher. I didn't really watch John Wick, so I don't know his skill set, but the Punisher is pretty badass. Batman without no gadgets is just like I'm a pansy. I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm sure he knows some moves, but the Punisher is a bad motherfucker.
Okay, so I suggest you watch John Wick.
I don't know his skill set, so that's why I passed him. But
the reason why I say that is because the reason how he got out of the mob is he had to kill every single faction of a Russian mob to get them out of the way, and then you have to do it again and again and again. So anyway, but you went with the Punisher. Still a good choice.
I like the logo.
Right. Me too. Number 6. What animal would you want as a pet?
Animal?
Now keep in mind,
any animal?
Never hurt you.
Never hurt me?
Yeah.
Since we're going with the outrageous question, I'd say an elephant if I had the room.
You'd want an elephant. That's pretty good, man. See, most people would go with like a tiger or a lion.
No.
You went with an elephant, which is good because the elephant is pretty much infallible, dude. You can't kill an elephant no matter how big you are. So, okay.
Yeah, I could. Mm-hmm.
If you could go back in time, what 3 companies would you invest in?
Oh, shit. Probably Apple, Netflix, and if I went way back, probably, oh, man, that's a tough one. Amazon.
You go to Amazon. Okay. Yeah. I think my 3 would be Amazon, U.S. Steel, because you're going back into time, right? And you need the railroad and all that. You needed steel. U.S. Steel, Amazon, and probably Apple. Okay. Seinfeld or Friends?
I'm more of Seinfeld kind of guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I never was really into Friends, really. I watched it, but I think I'm more of that Seinfeld kind of thing.
I thought you were more of a Friends guy for some reason.
Nah.
But I like them both. I love them both. So, all right. Yeah. Favorite Hawaiian band or artist?
Favorite Hawaiian band or artist? So many. I'd have to go just Brother Is.
Brother Is? You know what? That'd
have to be number 1.
He's basically like the Michael Jordan of Hawaiian stuff. Because he can do like the traditional, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then he can also do the contemporary. Me?
Right.
C&K. Because
C&K, I considered that.
More contemporary.
If I had to pick one, though, that was a tough one. Because through my mind was Brother Is, C&K, and I grew up with Capena, so Capena was always like one of the most. But I had to pick one, so sorry.
No, sorry, but Brother Is the man. Okay, and number 10, best toy from your youth.
Best toy
from your youth.
I think was Transformer. I thought it was the coolest thing at the time. You know me, I'm kind of techie, so it was like stuff that could. Yeah. Well, I don't think I actually had I think I had the generic, not the generic, but before Transformers came up, those Japanese ones that could transfer. Not even GoBots. I don't know. They were like all Japanese writing on the box, but they're like, I don't know what they were called. I couldn't read it, but it was those transforming kind of toys where they could transform into cars, That was
They're
like the
called,
coolest thing to me.
they're called Transformer. That's what they're called. So there you go. That was our top 10 questions. Honestly, I used to like GI Joes a lot.
Yeah.
Transformers, and of course He-Man, Stompers. Remember Stompers? Oh,
What are stompers?
people love.
What were
Never.
they?
Oh, dude, they were motorized like trucks. Like they're only like that big.
Oh yeah, stompers. I remember those.
And so my cousins used to modify them because you only put a double A battery in them, right?
Right.
But he used to modify them where you put a D battery.
Oh, gee.
And dude, that thing would fly. So, anyway,
I used to like Hot Wheels as well, and the ones you could make the tracks and the loops like that.
yeah.
The only disadvantage when you didn't listen, your mom take that and just take the track.
Dude, my mom used to wrap it around my legs, dude. Like I'd have to wear pants during PE.
Back when child abuse was called discipline.
You know what? Dude? I grew up just fine. You know what I mean? I
So
grew
did
up a productive person of society. You know
I
what
think,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So
A good ass whooping when you deserve it. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
it's called discipline. Like if you're just getting abused, that's the story. You know, dad comes home drunk, chewing a casserole and just starts wailing on you. But the Hawaiian band thing, I think Hoi Kane was a big influence.
That's another one.
Kapena, Kalapana, C&K, is of course. Man, who else?
Just like Kyle Crater Boys.
Kyle Crater Boys, Manalo Company. Dude, I mean, the list can go on. We should do a whole show on that. But we
classic.
get like copyright, copy strike.
Maybe the Hawaiian stuff not gonna catch on the YouTube algorithm. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe the YouTube algorithm not that Hawaiian shalangalang kind stuff.
Right, Green Apple, dude. They don't joke around, you know, those guys. Green Apple, they flag you. But yeah, so that's our top 10.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. I feel like a celebrity now.
Like honestly, though, you had some unique takes on because I thought you were a Friends guy. I didn't think you were a guy.
I never really watched Friends. Honestly, I never really watched Seinfeld on the originally. I think I was just a reruns. I don't know when it actually debuted. Yeah, then I got into it. Friends as well. I never really watched that.
Friends, I got into it while it was still live.
Going
on. Excuse me. See, so the Antarctica thing, like keep in mind, Antarctica, there's a facility over there, you know, that all the people that live there and all that. And so there's you can go inside and it's still cold, but it's not, you know, they have it climate controlled. In the Sahara, there's no climate control. Everything's hot. You know what I mean? And then at night, it's like -7 degrees at night, and then like 127 at night. I mean, during the day. So, yeah, I'll go with you on the Antarctica thing.
Yeah, I'd rather freeze to death than die of
burn to death,
heat, exhaustion, and thirst.
Yeah. So going back in time for the stocks, because you're into stocks. So, you know, DJ Day Trader, if you don't know the channel, it's on YouTube. He we get, you know, you get into stocks and all this kind of stuff. I'm thinking like, what makes the most money? And of course, Amazon makes the most money, but you need to own the company to get what Bezos has, you know, the kind of money Bezos has. Bezos or Bezos, whatever. Microsoft and all that kind of stuff. Again, you're investing. But if you invested in U.S. Steel before World War I and all that kind of stuff, where they're like, in fact, if you invest U.S. Steel when they're making the railroads, dude, you're already a freaking like multi-millionaire, which would translate to multi-billionaire now, you know, in today's economy. And so,
but the game, steel, you can make a lot of money through that,
Yeah, so if you look at industrial, you know, like aluminum, all that stuff.
Yeah. Those
Like, I
things
don't-
has
What was that?
no, those things have great growth potential. But honestly, like other than stocks, like if the one thing I could have went back that could have made you bazillionaire is Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, really?
Because Bitcoin, you figure like Amazon stock is worth maybe like $2,000. So you know what I mean? Like if you bought Amazon when it was $1 a share, you know what I mean? And now it's all worth like $2,000. So you make a $2,000 profit on every share, right? So that's $2,000 profit on every share. But Bitcoin, when you bought Bitcoin, Bitcoin was like nothing. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, it was like, I don't even know how much you could buy Bitcoin for, less than $1 or something. I don't know. Like it was really worth nothing, and it went as high as $20,000. So even if you bought Bitcoin at $1,
$20,000 for one share?
Yeah, for one Bitcoin. That was
Wow.
at the peak last year. So that's where it topped out. It came back down, went all the way back down to about $3,000. Now it's over 10,000 again. But I mean, imagine if you bought Bitcoin, if it was $1, your $1 would be 20,000. So if you bought 100 shares of 100 Bitcoin at $1, so you take that, that's like so 20,000, 200,000, 2 million.
Yeah.
If you bought $1,000 worth, that'd be 20 million.
Wow.
And you held it. So at that point, you know what I mean? But now it's back to 10, even at $10, you know what I mean? But that's the kind of gains. That's why everyone went kind of crazy over Bitcoin. So yeah.
Like the Rockefellers and all that, like the reason why there's such, I mean, literally there's still, $300 billion like working dudes. Like the family, owns all of that stuff. Rockefellers and all that. They got into steel, they got into railroads, they got into all these things that are industrial at the time when America was still being built. And I think that's where I'm like, my mentality would be like, every building that goes up has steel in it. So every building, no matter what building you live in, unless you're like one of those hippies that live in mud huts. But yeah, every car, every braces, everything. So, but yeah, dude,
that's the thing.
I didn't know Bitcoin went up to 20,000. Holy crap!
Yeah, that was crazy. So like now it's like the market just keeps pushing up, and it's crazy. I think like a lot of people say we're in for another crash, and that's but it's gonna go higher first. Like what are they doing? They're just like, in my opinion, what's happening with the market, it just keeps pushing higher and higher and higher. Like these stocks are pushing up because the government's putting money into the market. Why? Because just like in 2008, the market goes higher. So all these people who invest their 401k, you know what I mean, who were in 2008, you know what I mean, they spent 20 years of their lives, and these people invest in 401ks, retirement funds. So they had like, you know what I mean, like $100,000, $200,000 for their retirement. And when the thing crashed in 2008, guess what happened? All their fucking money went down the drain because the market crashed. Their 200K was now like 20K or 50K. So they lost their ass. And what happens when that, because when you invest in long-term stocks like that, you only can catch the upside, right? Because that's what mutual funds are. Like with ETFs and all these things that they invest for you. But you can't catch the downside. So guess what? Everybody puts their money in. Like now, the market keeps going up. And guess what happened when the market crashes? All that money that all these people invested, all these, mid-class, whatever, it gets transferred to who? The people who are shorting the market, which are the big banks, the big investors, the fucking hedge funds. So basically, it's a way to transfer the money, all the money saved up by the middle class and the people, hardworking people, into the rich people.
Jeez.
Because they can't short the market. They don't know how to short the market. They could if they invested their own money, but they don't. They rely on these like I said, 401k plans to invest for them.
Yeah.
which was good back in the day because, like I said, you know what I mean, you get a 10% return on your on your retirement fund every year. That thing, you know what I mean, the power of 7, where you can just multiply your money every 7 years. You know, you double it, and over like a course of like freaking, you work 30, 40 years. You know, you can grow your 5,000, 10,000 into like $250,000, $500,000, which is great. But then when a crash comes like that, guess what happens?
Yeah, it's all
The
gone.
money goes, yeah. And that's what happened in the housing bubble. And now we're like in another freaking super mega bubble where all these stock prices are just hitting the roof. So it's gonna be bad. I don't know when it's gonna happen. Might be still a while. They might pump it for another year. Wait with the election coming this year. But that thing is, when it does hit, it's gonna be fucking bad. It's gonna be worse than 2008. It's gonna be crazy. And that's all those. And the sick part is all those people who putting their money into the retirement funds and the 401ks are gonna get hammered. So like anybody listening to this, I would suggest you take control of your 401k, whatever you have, and just be aware, and just, you don't have to day trade like myself, but just be aware of your money and manage it. Learn a little bit about the market and just know when to pull your money, like pull it out and just hold it. Buy gold. I want to just buy gold and silver.
That's out there. Marc here, he's a day trader. So if you want to go check out his YouTube channel and his podcast, it's called DJ Day Trader. I guess you could just search it. Does it have a URL or whatever?
Not yet, because I don't have 1,000 subscribers, so they know I don't rank. I don't more rank. I don't rank, but I'll put the link inside there for people so they can check it out if you want to learn a little bit. That's my goal, is just to get more consistent, and once I do, teach it to my family and friends and anyone else who might want to learn how to better manage their money and just earn some residual income and take advantage of the market that's been taking advantage of us for all these years. Mm-hmm. So, well, I don't want to get too heavy into it because people think I'm crazy or I'm just gambling or whatever.
Yeah, so go ahead and check out DJ Day Trader. Go ahead and look it up on YouTube. There's a lot of good information. Every time he posts, Marc puts up a spotlight on certain stocks that you might want to take a look at. So go ahead and check him out, DJ Day Trader.
For sure.
All right. Yeah. I'm getting sick. I'm starting to lean already.
All right, we hit the 2-hour mark, so let's just wrap it on up for tonight. And thank everybody for tuning on in. Quan, Jax, Cheryl, Mitch, everyone else in the chat, and everyone else listening in or watching who didn't jump in the chat. Feel free to jump in the chat next time, man. Don't be shy. Right. We're all family here, all Ohana. So, if you want to state whether you like us or you hate us,
or what we can do.
Yeah, let us know. You can comment, and if you're watching this on the playback, definitely drop a comment in the section. Be sure to subscribe, like, all that great stuff, so we can keep building this channel and just keep pushing the little state of mind out there to the world. Yes, through the internet, the power of the internet, we can show these entire world how we do it in Hawaii. And even if we don't live in Hawaii anymore, we still got that state of mind. So definitely get in touch there. All right, it's all good. Anything else you got to say before we wrap it up?
I also have a YouTube channel. You can look me up on Free Isableo Art or just Free Isableo, and you can see some of my tutorials on how to draw comic book style stuff. Also, I have some other content on there later, like some personal, just daily adventures. So you can go check that out. Free Isableo Art or just Free Isableo on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. That's it.
All right. Time for us to jam on out of here. We'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place. 9 p.m. Pacific Standard, 7 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. And hopefully we'll get a guest on next week. This week was kind of hectic with a lot of things going on. So,
yeah, hopefully I can get Quan on. because Quan has some good stories, and again, being in the nightclub in Hawaii and being in the nightclub scene for so long, you see the transitions and all the turmoils and all that. So it'll be an interesting interview if we can get him on, but we'll see.
All right. For sure. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Till then, Marc Eazy
And DJ Free
signing on off Aloha State of Mind podcast. Till next time, aloha. Aloha. State of Mind podcast.